Welcome to Remote Reviews with CeCe. Today we're gonna do a couple. We're gonna do Hulu, all Hulu. So all three of these are on Hulu, and we're gonna start the first one, which is Paradise, only because to me it's like I don't know, it might be some kind of revelations going on in there. Sometimes I think these movies are trying to tell us something. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do Paradise first. So let's start with that. It's starring one of my favorites, Sterling K. Brown, Julianne Nicholson, Sarah Shahi. I'm hoping I'm saying that right, Sarah. We got Chris Marshall. She's in there. We got James Marsden. And so basically this is about a whodunit, like basically who killed the president, which is being played by James. And Sterling is, you know, the Secret Service guy who's by his side, even though he betrayed him in certain aspects. Now, the reason I wanted to do this is because, again, sometimes art portrays reality. And, you know, this is also about the government with their secrets and stuff. And you never know if they have some secret place that they gonna go to if the fucking world ends. Because that's what it's looking like to me. But whatever. You know, I can be a conspiracy theorist. But this is a very well written show. Very well acted. It's created by Dan Fogelman. I'm sure it probably has a whole bunch of writers, but the writing's good. Cinematography is good. Again, acting is amazing. Sterling is amazing. This is a must-see. I definitely give this one a 4.5 remotes. Some of it, you know, can be slow at times, but overall, the character, which is Julianne Nicholson, she's playing this very well. You should know her from Law and Order. I worked with her once. Who hasn't worked on Law and Order, right? But she's doing really well in this. So I totally enjoy this. And so is our sister, Chris Marshall. So it's a must-see. 4.5 remotes on that one. Let's move on. We're going to do the Deli Boys. Now, at first, when I was going to watch this, I wasn't going to watch this because I honestly, and this just could be me, I thought they were going to, because I think it's made, I don't know where this is made. I know it's Indian. You know, and I didn't want to watch something where they break off in fucking song and maybe but I decided to take a chance on it, and I watched this with my husband last night, and this actually is a very good show. It's called The Deli Boys. Also on Hulu. It's starring Asif Ali, Sagar Shaikh. Child. I need an interpreter. Brian George, Alexandra Rudy, Purna Jagannathan. I like her. She's one of my favorite characters. Her name, she's Lucky in this. And it's like a funny comedic mob story of how these kids, these sons who weren't very much, and find out that their father is involved in the mob, and they end up having to take over because the father, you know, has unfortunate ending. The first couple of scenes, because it's bloody, but it's silly blood. It's really silly at first, the first little episode, but once you really get into it, and I think it's like 10 episodes, it's really actually very good. Very entertaining. I watched it. My husband liked it. If you like mob comedies, you know, but it is a lot of, you know, killing in this too, but it's funny. So I definitely recommend this. I give this a 4 remotes only because some of it is kind of really silly and highly unlikely, but really good. I really enjoyed this. It's called The Deli Boys on Hulu. Okay. And last but not least, and I wanted to do this one because this one is, you know, this one I'm going to take a little bit more time because I'm very opinionated about this. And again, these are my opinions. And it's called The Last Take, Rust and the Story of Halyna. Now, this is written by Rachel Mason. Now, I'm not really sure was she in the actual movie, but this basically is a documentary about the young lady who passed away. And rest in peace, young lady. There was a horrible, you know, accident, because that's really what this was. of the Halyna Hutchison, the young lady that passed away when they shot this film called Rust with Alec Baldwin. Now, this one is really controversial, and I'm probably going to be controversial, but I do believe in this story. Alec is in here, Francis Fisher is in here, and some of the cast members that were on the crew, not cast and crew were on there. Now, here's the thing about this movie. You know, it's a great documentary. The only thing I was missing is a little bit more information about the young lady herself, you know, her growing up. And, you know, I missed that about this, but it really is more about the actual accident that happened on film. And I say accident because until I actually watched this, I honestly thought Alec did this shit. But once I watched this and I heard what even the crew and other members, even though you can still be biased, you know, when you do documentaries like this, it was not Alex's fault. It just wasn't. It was no reason in the world to actually put him on trial, but I know why they did it. And again, this is my opinion. It is because he was a big name. He was troubled. Alec been doing crazy shit since the 90s. You know, he's a bully. He can be a bully. You know, how he did his daughter, Kim Basinger, photograph, you know, and I think they did this only because it's a small town. I think this happened in New Mexico, and that's just kind of political shit where they like, you know, trying to get more money. You just never know why, but there's no way they should have put that man on trial because it goes by step of how this accident happened. The person that went to jail should have went the fuck to jail because that young lady was wrong. She you know, she was young and it was a Nepo baby and she was young and she probably went out drinking. Who knows what that girl did the night before? I don't know, but she didn't do what she was supposed to do. But whoever the young lady that kept texting her and telling her, because what ended up happening when you watch it is they fell short of crew members. And because some people left and quit and shit this particular day. So this young lady was forced to do other things outside of what she was hired to do, which was just deal with the guns. But to me, again, my opinion, she probably had some situations with her father because her father was very known in the business of showing people how to do guns and what her job is now. Her father was very famous of doing this on sets. So they hired her thinking, of course, you know, she was going to be good at it too, but clearly she wasn't. And she just didn't do her job thoroughly. And so not did the first AD, who also was his fault. Now, the only thing I liked about him is he admitted that he was wrong. You know, he took accountability and he took his, you know, pill and he took his circumstances of what ended up happening to him. Because I don't want to tell you guys everything. I really honestly think you should watch it if you have any doubt that Alec was involved or did this on purpose. He did not do this on purpose. In fact, she told him where to point the gun. Now, did he cock it and, you know, play with the thing and he wasn't supposed to? Maybe, maybe not, because they already had issues on that set when it came to guns. Now, even if you're doing that, you wouldn't expect there to be a live bullet in there, like, duh. And this girl, once you see what really happened, it's her fault. All the way around, 110%. In fact, I think she should have got more time than the fuck they actually gave her. But she was wrong, and that first AD was wrong. And anyone, to me, there are certain other people probably should have also, but the only reason I think they put Alec out there is because a name, a star, brings money and fame to the city, puts them on the map. I could go on. Again, my opinion. There was no way he should have been on trial because he did not do that on purpose. It's a painful thing to watch, but it also clarifies how some sets are for those who are not in the industry, how dangerous acting can actually be, how stunts can be, how just being on sets can be dangerous if you don't do your job thoroughly and really give a fuck about what you're doing. That young lady, I think, was just stressed. She young, you know, this damn generation can't handle shit. And unfortunately, this young lady passed away. It's a very sad thing to watch, but it did in this particular movie made me feel like, yeah, ALEC was not guilty, and rightfully so. Has he been in trouble a lot and he got a bad temper? Absolutely. But sometimes they, when you have that kind of a reputation, you just get attacked like that. And this could be his karma, that had to go through that to get to wherever he is now. I hope in therapy. So that's it. Definitely watch that. I honestly give that 5 remotes. That is a good show to watch. And for those who don't understand the industry, it also breaks down what certain people do on movie sets, like the first AD, directors, what their responsibility is. So I would definitely tell you to watch that. Thank you so much for watching again. Remote Reviews with CeCe.